Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Thursday Restore Christendom.
Good evening, everybody.
This is the normal show, the normal time. Uh, so yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Uh, yep, Thursday, January 8th, little after 7:30 p.m. Central. Good evening, everybody. I see
Good evening.
Patrick was in the chat over on Rumble.
Oh yeah, I just brought the chat
Pray,
thing up, so give it a second.
we've been praying for Minnesota for just the sake of the Shouts family.
Yes,
Not just the sake of y'all, but like it's
I hope you guys aren't in Minneapolis.
it's getting real. And I saw Jenny
Honestly, if
was
you're not in Minneapolis, you're in Minnesota, you're okay.
yeah
But yeah, go if you're in Minneapolis. I'm sorry,
yeah
I'm not getting a rumble yet. I hate when this does
yeah. It's there's a bit of a lag. It'll catch up. Um, it just needs time to think, you know. Sometimes you just need a second. Um, but yeah, so this is a new time, new day.
Yeah, it's the official. I know we did the New Year's Day, but that was, that was our first Thursday show. But this is,
And we were late.
yeah. First time we were late. We are always on time.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm sorry we were late this one time.
That's right.
There's been some things going on.
Oh no, not I wasn't talking about tonight. I was talking about our New Year's Eve one. We did it at like 8:30.
Oh yeah. Was that
Oh no, that was Christmas something. I don't
New
know.
Year's? No, it was New Year's Day.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was New Year's Day
Yeah.
because we had mass at
At
7 in the evening.
at
Yeah,
7, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I don't know. It's day 8 of the new year and it already feels like it's been 6 months.
No, I know, man. Like honestly, it just feels like a continuation of last year.
Not even that.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, obviously, like a little bit of a continuation. Like, there's no like fresh start to the new year or anything like that. But it's also like a lot, a lot has gone on.
Yes.
Between the holidays, liturgically, regular life, world.
Yeah, like Tuesday night we went to mass for Epiphany.
Yep.
It was Epiphany on Tuesday.
When the knowledge of salvation was brought to the Gentiles with the birth of Christ.
Yes, when the Magi came.
Didn't know what Epiphany was.
Yes. Also, I guess as we ramble, I will just say if anybody's curious about the show title, it's a joke, but it's not.
Is it though?
Like it's, and we'll get into. I'm just getting really tired of there's a certain type of Catholic influencer out there that I'm done with.
Yeah.
Especially since they've been like Catholic for a day.
Well,
they've been in the church no longer than us.
right.
And I refuse. I have refused, for 2 years now to really get too deep into anything. Like I wouldn't even touch this subject. I finally, I'm like, you know what? I think we can start doing stuff like this. I feel like I've learned enough. I feel Catholic enough to start broaching summits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like before we were doing mass readings and talking about the differences in the mass and just our Catholic journey.
Yep.
And now, because again, I'm not, who the hell am I? I'm just coming into this. I don't know enough to talk.
I don't know nothing.
I don't know enough to tell anybody anything. I mean, I got opinions and strong ideas, but like,
Right. And this is not in a like a shame on us kind of way, but like we're barely qualified to catechize our own child. Like there's just some things that you can't quite explain, especially to like a teenager. You just got to give them the information and
yeah. So yeah, we'll get into that. But if anybody was curious about it, and yes, Catholics can eat bagels.
Yeah.
Even though they're a Jew thing, we can. That's one of the few things we share with them.
We just can't order it with a schmear.
Yeah.
We have to bagel cream cheese, please.
But yeah. If anybody was like, "What the heck is up with that show title?" We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we're talking about Epiphany.
Yes.
We went to mass on Tuesday at 7 p.m. It was beautiful high mass. We went to Springfield because the church up in LaSalle wasn't doing one.
Yeah.
So.
And that's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it's.
But it's a Novus Ordo parish that they have that Latin mass at the shrine. So I understand, like the parish doesn't do all the traditional holiday. You know what I mean? Like,
right? Yeah.
You're not gonna get a Tuesday.
American.
Yeah, you're not gonna get a Tuesday Epiphany mass at Blessed Sacrament.
No.
Because the Novus Ordo calendar moved it to the Sunday after New Year's.
Right.
Yeah,
they'll stick.
It's not the 6th anymore. It's the Sunday after New Year's. It was the 4th this year.
Yeah. Our little American caveat. Because the rest of the.
I thought the Novus Ordo calendar as a whole, all over the world, they came in with the reform of the.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive that the entire.
Maybe it's something else that we like. There's certain holy days of obligation that we move around here in America that they don't other places.
Well, certain regions will have may have different holy days.
Oh, okay.
There is that. There's the bishops can choose certain things. Like, you have to. These are your holy days, kind of a.
Mhm.
Um,
That might be what it is.
to an extent, at least. Like they can add holy day. I think there's like debate. Like everybody's got, and then they could, in Spain can add one or two for whatever.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And I'm not even 100% sure on that. And again, this is why I'm not out here doing Catholic apologetics or telling people how to live, or you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And none of that nonsense. Because again, I don't know the answers, man. I'm just getting here. I'm late to the party. I apologize.
Late to the party, and also like I gotta have time to live this life.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, get some.
So like I said, that's why I've been just not wanting to talk about much other than personal journey.
Yeah.
And reading some Bible to y'all, and but I think we're gonna start breaching some of this stuff. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, like, and it's not. I'm not gonna label what our conversations are as apologetics.
Oh no, we don't do that. No,
way.
we don't do that. That's not what we do. No, we don't do any apologetics. Apologetics would be making specific, arguments on different theological like.
Don't expect that.
Yeah,
you do not expect that. These will just be the similar conversations that we have about secular current events and that type of stuff.
Yeah, it'll just be like.
But it's because we understand that like we don't have that information. We're not. That's not our objective. We just want to like discuss things, flush it out, have it out there if somebody else might have a question. If anybody in our audience doesn't understand something or whatever, like it's more of a conversation.
Yeah.
There's no.
Also, I'm just saying in general, I think I'm about ready to like delve into the outside Catholic world a little bit, what other people are talking about and things that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Okay.
I think you know what I'm trying to say. No?
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. Well, if nobody knows what I'm trying to say, don't worry about it. You'll figure it out.
Just stick around. Yeah.
So anyway, Mr. Shouts, I hope you are safe in Minnesota.
Yes.
Rob also from Avoiding Babylon, he's in Minnesota. He's about 2.5 hours out of Minneapolis though, so I think he's fine.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
He's got a lot of guns too. He'll be fine.
Yeah. It's mostly going to be the same big cities.
Yeah, well, it's going to pop off in Portland now too because they just shot 2 Mexicans in Portland.
Yeah.
That
happened earlier.
Yeah, I think they're going to pop it off in every city. I mean, finding people. All they got to do is instigate somebody into trying to run over a cop. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard. These people are dumb.
Yeah.
These people are retards.
Well, and also to some extent, like, if you're the person in the vehicle about to get deported, or if you're the person in the vehicle impeding federal officers, like, you're already, like, amped up. You already, like, you have a certain level of fight or flight going.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, your logical brain,
your adrenaline's pumping. You're just like, hey,
and
you're going to make dumb decisions. Yeah.
Your logical brain knows, like, hey, if it was me in front of the car, I'd jump out of the way. You know, I don't want to get hit by a car. They're not that dumb to stand there, or they misjudge the situation, and it's just like like an instinctual thing.
I can get it to an extent because I've been known to do stupid things in the heat of the moment when I'm pissed off. Like we all, you know what I mean? Like I've been known to do dumb things. Not that dumb.
No,
I'm not going to try to run over a federal law enforcement officer. I don't care how right I think I am. But because I know what's going to happen when I get shot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it's going to take me this many seconds to close the distance from A to B, and he's got a gun and he can draw it and fire on me. Well, I'm going to not do this.
Right, in less time.
Yeah, no, I can do math. That's why I don't do this shit. Advanced mathematics is what saves me from doing dumb shit. Apparently, because I'm not dumb. I can do math. Like I can't. No, I'm gonna die. Also, if I don't die and am successful, now what?
Yeah,
now I just killed a federal law enforcement officer. I am getting the death penalty.
If
cool.
I even make out of this situation
alive, exactly.
The only one standing there.
Yeah. I'm just saying, even if I get down the street, like, all right, now
I'm
now
on the
what?
Run. Now I'm on the run the rest of my life.
Yeah. Now what, dumbass?
Yeah. Hopefully, the crappy weather will kind of keep Minnesota at bay because, like,
Doesn't seem to be.
we're getting dumped on right now,
Yeah,
and
well,
I
it's
know up
freezing
there
up
it's
there.
freezing. It's doing like
It's
freezing right
wintertime
now.
in Minnesota. I can't believe they're actually doing this in wintertime. They're doing it purposely because we all said, "Oh, summer's coming up. They're going to get violent." Like, "Oh yeah, motherfuckers, watch. We're going to do this
Right?
shit in
Yeah,
the wintertime."
we'll get these retards to do it in the cold.
Yeah, that's essentially it. Yeah, they're like, our
They,
brainwashing is so good. Check this out.
well, and also they never expect.
Yeah,
They expect us to show up in the summertime. They'll never expect us to do this in the middle of winter
right.
in the Midwest,
Um.
which
Oh yeah, I'm not even messing. Hey Stacks, how you doing? And yes, civil unrest. Yay.
yeah.
We live in the country. I'm not too concerned about it. I don't like seeing the country go through this. I don't like seeing people suffer. I feel bad for that poor woman that lost her life. It shouldn't have happened. She shouldn't have done that. I mean, it's clearly her fault.
There were a lot of off ramps.
Yeah, I really wish it didn't happen.
It's a series of poor choices.
Yeah, but yeah, I wish it didn't happen. I pray for her soul. Although I mean, she was a married lesbian with some issues, so I doubt she was close with God.
Probably not, but that don't mean she's not. I mean,
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'll still pray for her soul, but I already know where it's. You know what I mean? I already know where it's
if
going.
somehow she bypassed hell, she's sitting in purgatory till we pray her out of there.
Yeah. I don't see how, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where those.
I'm pretty sure trying to kill a federal law enforcement officer is a mortal sin, and she committed it right as she was dying. So
I think having two baby daddies might be an issue. I think one of your baby daddies having custody of two of your children might
is a red flag at
contribute.
least. Yeah.
And then I also think that allowing your lesbian partner, wife, whatever you want to call them, you allowed another woman to put cigarettes out on your children.
Oh yeah.
There's just a stack of offenses.
Yeah. The wife, because women can't be married to women, but we'll give them the wife was arrested for putting cigarettes out on her kids, like and domestic abuse.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think they were, and I don't know, because you never know with these leftists. But I did see there was a protest. A bunch of lesbians were protesting that the kid, because she only has one of them.
Mm-hmm. She only has custody of
one of them. The other two were with the other one. The kid was going to go to the grandma, and all the lesbians were protesting that her lesbian wife should get the kids.
Right. The grandfather was going to come pick him up. He's like, I'll be there to pick him up. He's not. It's fine. I'll be there. And then a lot of the people were like, just completely dismissing her spouse even because she's a lesbian.
Yeah.
Well, that non-biological human being, that she has no connection to that child.
No.
There's no reason.
Well, she does have a connection to that child, burning with cigarettes.
Well, yeah.
That's why the kid didn't go to her. Dumbasses.
And this is the thing that those stupid leftists don't fully understand, because they've cut off all of their family. They've gone no contact or whatever. But legally, if anything happens, like, the biological next of kin is the person that all of that falls on, and in all of that, that means her children.
Right.
If she'd had custody of all three of them, it would have gone to their father. But the youngest, or the 6-year-old, his dad is passed away, so it goes to the grandparents. If they had been passed away, it would have gone to an uncle or an aunt. You know what I mean? Like, there's a process for that.
Yeah.
To keep children in bad situations from going to strangers who are not biologically related to them, to ensure safety and a better outcome, given their shit hand they just got dealt.
Right. One other thing, so the absolute truest thing I read all day today, and I say the truest because, like, I don't know, nobody knows what was actually going through that cop's head at the time, or through that woman's head at the time. So everything else is we can watch a video and speculate pretty closely to what we think was happening there.
Yeah, but it's all guesswork.
Yes, but so the truest thing I read today was that Border Patrol officer just saved that child from becoming a troon. Truest thing I read today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
So
that's a rough way to go about saving a baby, but
yeah. But no, that's
what it takes.
That's the absolute that is a 100% fact. That is the truest thing I know from this whole instance. Is that ICE agent just saved that kid from becoming a troon.
Yeah.
Ugh. Good on that guy. And I know his name, but I'm not gonna say it on here. I'm not gonna contribute to the doxing.
Yeah, I gotta get out of this thought loop because I'm like, man, if that would not have happened and mom would have stayed with this crazy heifer who probably has really bad halitosis because
Who
her
already
tooth
admitted on
separated
camera that it's
Jesus
her
so
fault
fast.
that that lady was there. She convinced her to come and be the lead vehicle and do all this nonsense. So yeah, it's her fault. She
Right.
even admitted
That's
it.
the thing. I'm like,
I
is that
It's
that
my. She said it's my fault. She's dead. I told her to come here. I told her to do this. I told her to get in the front vehicle and yada yada yada.
yeah.
So it's her fault.
Yeah. Um yeah, and if that poor child would have been stuck with them for
Right, Ginny?
you're right, exactly. You know, it's very, very hit or miss. Mostly missing.
Yeah.
A lot of misses.
What up, homie?
Man. Yeah. Um
Def not plex.
It's really, I don't know. Yeah, the phrase "unfortunate" doesn't seem to cover it, but like that's all I got, man.
Yeah.
Is it's a series, and it's such like a big thing, right? So like, not only is it just this one woman making bad choices, two women making bad choices together with no male supervision, but it's also the entire apparatus that got them fired up and retarded in the first place. Like it's the mainstream media, it's their college, it's the stupid echo chambers they find themselves in online, the stupid other lesbians that they hang out with at these Orange Man Bad type of events. Oh, their whole social circle failed them. Their families failed them. The media failed them and misled them. The the states that welcomed them failed them. You know, not that you can tell people to go away because they're lesbian, but like you you just kind of know that there was some sort of government assistance being given. Uh, you just know.
Right.
You know, um, their therapists probably. It's just a I don't know. Unfortunate.
Yeah. It's enough for yeah. Either way, they saved that kid from that. So
Yeah. Well, I hope Papaw takes him fishing.
yeah, I guess. Well, yeah. Walsh just did another press conference calling for Minnesotans to take the streets and impede ICE. Yeah. No, I know.
That's insane.
No, the guy is trying to get insurrected, man. He's trying to get Trump to. I don't know why they would want to do that.
Yeah.
It does not end well for them. You know what I mean?
No.
They will wind up in jail. They think it will benefit them politically. It'll make Trump look bad, but it's not. People want him to do this. The people that the 77 million people that voted for him this time will vote for Vance if they just do this shit. Put people in jail. That's all they want.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody, oh no, you can't do that because people are going to take, the moderates. There's no such thing as a moderate anymore.
Not anymore.
That's what these people are living 10 years in the past. You know what I mean? There's no moderates to please anymore. You're either a far leftist or you're everybody else.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's nobody that's kind of on the fence of, I don't know, should I vote Democrat or Republican? You know what I mean?
No.
You're a far leftist or you're everybody else. There's no middle people to worry about. How are they going to see me throwing these guys in jail, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or sending in the Marines. They're going to, those people don't exist anymore. This isn't 1980. This isn't Reagan Democrats, and there's no such thing, guys. You know.
Well, and then also you have in that you've got how the summer riots, the Floyd thing, like how all of that was handled poorly, terribly. We haven't forgotten about that.
Oh, and they're doing the exact same playbook. They already have the state police retreating. They launched the National Guard so that Trump couldn't do it or won't do it. If he declares the Insurrection Act, then it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But he's deployed them to one up Trump, but then he's got them holding 2 blocks away with the police, not letting them. They're just letting everybody run the streets, and they're just. Yeah, they're not doing anything with them. They just put them out there as showpieces. It's like, nope, I already deployed them.
Right. Yeah.
Too late.
Oh, they're already out there.
Now, I hear, I don't know all the ins and outs, but I think Trump might be able to federalize them at some point without officially declaring the Insurrection Act, but there'd be no point in it. There'd be no point in it. You just do it.
Yeah. Swift.
Yeah, and I'm no Trump supporter. Everybody knows that. But, the guy needs to, these people need to start going to jail. God, I don't care. You know what I mean? Let them riot in the cities. I don't live in the cities. Let the cities deal with their own problem. They created this mess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the mayor of Chicago came out today and was like, oh, it's really unfortunate that she died, and I can't believe ICE is doing this. And everybody in Chicago's like, 400 people a week die, and you never say anything.
Right.
In your own city. Like, you never say anything. Never,
Yeah.
not a word.
Well, even when these people were trying this in Chicago, the police chief of Chicago said, look, if you guys start boxing in ICE with your vehicles, or you try to use your vehicles as a weapon to prepare to be shot. They were well within their right to do that to you, and these people were doing that. I mean,
Yeah.
so at least when it was going on in Chicago, at least their police chief was man enough to be like, "Hey guys, look, we all know the rules here."
These are the rules. Yeah.
Yeah, now, but it
Let me
happens in
remind you.
Minnesota, and their police chief and mayor decide differently. And they're like, "This isn't the rules, guys. Like, no, this has been the rules for a while." The Supreme Court actually, it was a Supreme Court case in the '89 or '9. I don't remember the year, but it was a Supreme Court case where the Supreme Court ruled that a car is considered a lethal weapon, and if you are driving toward an officer, he has every right to shoot you in fear for his life. Even if you intend to veer off at the last second, like people were claiming she was trying to do.
Right, yeah.
It was like,
he doesn't know.
No, she clearly didn't turn the wheel until after he had his gun out. And then she hit him still. But, like, either way, it's nonsense. Enough about Minneapolis, though. This is not those shows. Hey, Meaty.
Hello.
We may get back to this a little bit after we hit our topic, because I kind of put that out there as like a little bait, as a joke. Yeah. Like, what the hell is this about? So I should talk about it. You know, we're almost a half hour into the show now, and I haven't
even talked about bagels yet.
Yeah. So yes, Catholics can eat bagels. So back to the no. Like I said at the very beginning of the show, some of you guys weren't here. It's a joke, because there's a certain type of Catholic influencer and YouTubers that put out these videos and these things on, like, big long things on X and stuff, and it's always nonsense. It's like 5 things you should know before you become Catholic, or why you should be Catholic, or why this, or five
verses that
5 verses
my mind.
This and that, and they do these stupid apologetics videos for against Protestants. I'm not gonna sit here and name off all of them because I don't care enough about them. But if anybody may have heard of them, the type of person I'm referring to is like your Cameron Rikers. Mm-hmm. Like, these guys have been Catholic for like a week. Yeah. Like, they literally came into the church last year with us. Yeah. And these guys are out here trying to do like full on apologetics, like they know anything about being Catholic. Like, bud, sit down. And like be Catholic for a little bit. Knock this nonsense off. Like, learn about the church before you start running your mouth about it.
Yeah. My thing with it is that there's already established people doing this. There's already people where that's their job. B, those people where it's like their job to be apologetics and do apologetics, they've been in the church a long time. They've been in the
decades,
church for at least
like your Scott Hahns that have been spending decades and decades reading the books and doing the research and all that, and all you're doing is getting up there and giving Scott Hahns words out. You're just reciting a Scott Hahns apologetics from 10 years ago. That's all you're doing.
Yeah. So there's somebody already doing it.
You didn't do the research. Longer. You're just copying videos, essentially.
And it's also it's the wrong form of zealots. Like, it's like, there's one thing to be zealous about your faith and passionate about it and really fired up. Like, that's one thing. It's another thing to try to translate that into a career or a persona or some sort of influenza thing. That's not a good, especially not like this new into your faith. And it's just making Catholicism the Protestantism you left. Like, when you really get into, and not all Protestants, it makes it more non-denomy. It makes it more cult of personality type of stuff, and it's not serving a purpose. The effort that you're putting into doing this, which doesn't seem like much, isn't worth A, the attention you're getting, or B, like, you're not changing minds with your 8-minute videos. You're not changing minds with your
like
threads.
So like you're arguing with Protestants online you're not changing minds. You're not doing it. I'm watching these guys argue on X all the time, and like it's like arguing with anybody on X. Nobody's going to concede your point and think you're right. No. You know what I mean? It's an X argument. Now there was a young man in our RCIA class. He was a high school kid, and he said like him and his friends were debating in person.
Sit around and
debate, and his friend finally won him over, and that's why he was going to become Catholic.
Yeah.
And that does sometimes work. But with young people, with
Right.
older adults, it's not the way to do it with older adults.
No.
But with these young kids, they like to argue, like to debate. It's kind of part of their culture. I don't
Mhm.
understand it, but it is. Which is why a lot of these guys do this online.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in real person it can work, but arguing online never works. We all know this.
No.
But when you're doing it first person and it's the person's humanized, so you're not focusing on attacking them, but actually making a better argument.
Mm-hmm.
That can be
That's
convincing.
right.
But online, it's about attacking. It's not about making the better argument.
And it A, about attacking, but also like B, you're more worried about everybody else that's going to see this as well as that one person that you're talking to. So then it becomes into this like a showmanshipy type of thing where you're over wordy, probably condescending, and it's not like you're not humanizing the person. But either way, it's not something you should do in your first decade of being a Catholic.
Right.
It's just not. And it's not I don't make any rules. I don't do anything, but the first decade of anything, you're still a dumbass. Like you don't fully understand all of it. You're still learning.
Yeah.
Whether that be your chosen trade, your chosen career field, like parenthood, whatever it is, you don't know crap for at least a decade. You don't fully understand it. Your brain hasn't had a chance to fully process everything and retain what needs to be retained and train yourself to do the things, which
Right.
seems silly to say about being Catholic, but like there's prayers, there's going to mass, there's adoration, there's going to confession, there's like there's a structure to it.
Yeah.
And until you
it's a cycle of feast and fast. It's just a constant cycle of feast and fast.
Yeah, and until you spend time doing that and genuinely participate in it to receive the fruits that you get from doing it, like you're just screeching into the void.
Yeah. So the one thing that they do that really bothers me, because they're all ex-Protestants, is they love to do the whole arguments against Protestants, whether it be the sola scriptura argument or these verses to defeat Protestantism and this and that and everything. It's like, but you're just trying to fight sola scriptura with sola scriptura by trying to disprove them solely by using Bible verses. You're just reaffirming sola scriptura in their head.
Yeah,
you're just reaffirming that all these answers have to be found in the Bible. Look, he's even telling me that they got to be in the Bible here. That's not the right way to refute sola scriptura, by throwing Bible verses at them.
No.
The only really proper way to do that is just give me the verse that says sola scriptura. Show me the verse that says the Bible alone is the only source that we can draw from on this, and I'll concede your point, because it has to be in there. If Scripture alone, you would have had to get that from the Bible. If you didn't get that from the Bible, and that's something that somebody made up, then the whole thing is blown out of proportion, because it's not Scripture alone. Then it's Scripture alone plus this thing this guy said, which is Scripture. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You can't do that. If it doesn't say it there, then you are drawing from something outside of the Bible.
And that's how you would debunk somebody.
Yes,
on that.
That is the only argument for that. Any other argument is null and void. That is the proper and only argument. That if it doesn't say it in the Bible, then you're drawing something from outside the Bible. So therefore, you can't claim Scripture alone.
Right.
You can't be cyclical. You know what I mean? It's
either in there or it's not.
Right. And if it's not in there, then you're conceding. Then we're not only going by Scripture alone. Then we're going by some sort of tradition or magisterium or something like that.
Or some dude said something.
Yeah. Well, that's what it would be, a magisterium or a tradition or something that you're carrying forth that we can only take from the Scripture.
Right.
You know what I mean?
To a follow, like further down that conversation. Okay, well, where did that come from? Where did he come from? What is
Right, but then what you're getting into, then we're following traditions here. Then what other traditions are you guys doing that aren't in the Bible that you're not aware of, other than this? Yeah. There's more. I can tell you there's more. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's the one argument. You're like JC's comments. Where'd it go? Anyway, you're not making
you're not making Protestantism better, you're making Catholicism worse.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, yeah.
But yeah, these guys they're too Protestant, and then that's part of why they got to spend some time in the church before they get out and do this stuff, because they got to get that Protestant out of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to just sit there and read some books. Don't just listen to Scott Hunter. Read those books that there's a lot more in them than the stuff that, you know what I mean?
More than the things that he says on camera with other people who are.
And there's other things in them books that help him form those opinions. And without knowing what those other things are,
You're
You
not
know what I
gonna have
mean?
the full
Yeah, there's other
picture.
things in there that convinced him of this statement that he's saying.
Right.
And without knowing all of that, you can't really have it. You're just saying, "Oh yeah, I believe it." So yeah, I
You're
just
just regurgitating
yeah,
regurgitating it.
yeah.
And if that's all
And
you're
that's
doing,
most of
then
what these
let
guys are doing is they're going back 10 years and grabbing Scott Hahn videos and watching them and then doing a video on the exact same topic, giving the exact same answers.
which is so disrespectful. Just drop
Yeah,
Scott Hahn links.
yeah.
If that's what if that and that's
Like
the kind of stuff
I
I
quote
do. Like I'll drop
yeah,
links to other people who have explained it because I'm a retard and what I do understand of it, this is who I found it out from. You go watch that,
yeah.
tell me what you think.
Yeah, I'm constantly using quotes and things I read from like Anthony Catholicism One, and I was reading it. And I was Catholicism One, or Rob from Avoiding Babylon, or I was watching Avoiding Babylon, and I never try to claim it as my own original idea.
Yeah.
If it's not my own original idea, because too many of these, and I purposely do that because too many of these young Catholic influencers are just ripping off some of these guys with bigger channels to grow a channel,
Right.
and they're just watching a video and then doing the exact same video in like a week later. It's
grifty and gross. And in the same way that women who want to be traditional wives and want to be good Catholic people and want to be good Catholic wives have to choke out the feminist in them because there ain't a one of us that doesn't have it in her. Same way we gotta choke it out. The converts have to choke out you gotta choke out that Baptist. You gotta choke out that non-denom. Like you can't bring that with you into the rest of your Catholic journey. You just can't.
yeah,
And I'm not saying like shake every bit of scripture you've ever memorized out of your head. Don't do that. That's dumb. But like that attitude, that posture, that like self, like your ego that was with you during that time and the same way that everyone else around you acted, like if they don't have the truth and they're not who I'm aligned with anymore, then I don't want any of that. And you're not gonna be able to do that on your own. You have to use the structure of the Catholic Church to get there, and that takes time.
right, yeah. So that's the one thing. The second thing of the video and things these guys do that really irritate me is they try to take a subject that's one, not really that important, and two, can be answered very simply, and try to make it like this big, long, overly complicated. Let's go back centuries into and it's like
that's not necessary.
which kind of goes to the can Catholics eat bagels? Because it's like you're constantly hearing like, oh, people are like, oh, well, can Catholics eat meat on Fridays? Because I remember that was saying Catholics can't eat meat on Fridays, and no, me and Emily don't eat meat on Fridays.
No.
But the technical answer, which is very short and simple, is yeah, they can.
Yeah.
It's not a mortal sin to eat meat on Friday.
No.
It used to be at one point in the church, but the USCCB, in their infinite wisdom, after Vatican II, decided that you don't have to do that more. You give up something else. You pick something you weren't going to do on Friday anyway and say you're giving it up.
Yep.
That's all you got to do. And that's not even binding to mortal sin. That's just a devotion you should do. And not eating meat on Friday, like me and Emily, is now a devotion. And how can the Catholic Church do that, you would ask? Because I mentioned this on Sunday, actually, in the Bible, where Jesus gave Peter the keys to the kingdom. What you bind on earth is bound in heaven, and what you loose on earth is loosed in heaven. So the church can say, yes, you can't eat meat on Fridays. And then the church can turn around and say, yes, you can eat meat on Fridays. They have the right to bind and loose. So it is what it is. There's people say that, like, set of constants say, well, the people in the magisterium right now aren't real bishops and cardinals and the Pope. They all, the church was infiltrated in 1953, yada, yada, yada. I'm not a set of a contest, so I believe that these bishops still, under the rule of God, even though they're horrible people, their ordination is still valid.
Yeah.
So I kind of still got to do what they have to do, what they say to a point. To a point. Now, whether or not I can eat meat on Fridays is not one of those things that's going to be like, they did a super heretical thing and I have to disobey the bishop.
No.
And the bishop starts ordinating women. That's when I get to the point where I no longer have to obey the bishop on a lot of these things, like on this stuff. I can make up my own mind now and apply it to what the magisterium has always taught.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now I can start getting scrupulous and be like, all right, this bishop clearly is doing things that he doesn't have the authority to do. So what else has he done? He doesn't. Let me look into what the magisterium has always taught us. Let me break out my catechism of the Council of Trent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna take that advice from some 24-year-old YouTuber who was Protestant 6 months ago. Like, that's not who I'm going to go to for the answers on that question,
on that
guys.
type of stuff.
Yeah. Whether it's actually binding or not, this and that, I'll go to my catechism. I'll talk to a priest if I have to.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'll go to my bishop.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, I'm struggling with this a little bit. How come
What's
we
up
always
with
had to
this?
eat meat? You know.
Yeah.
But either way, the answer is the bishop has the right to dispense you from that ultimately,
Mm-hmm.
and they have. So you can do it as a devotion by your own choosing now,
Mm-hmm.
or you cannot.
Yeah.
And it's not a moral sin.
Right. And in that
I just did a
dispensation,
45-minute Cameron Riker video in like 3 minutes.
in the bishop giving dispensations, I'm sure. I, I don't know if we've mentioned it or not, but maybe you've seen something about it in the news because it relates to immigrants and stuff.
Oh, we're going back to
Um,
the Grinch, huh?
but there are bishops who have given a dispensation to any of their congregates, any of the laity, anyone in their diocese who feels unsafe going to mass on Sunday. You have a dispensation for your moral obligation to attend mass because ICE is big bad guy. That would be, if my bishop did that, I would have feelings about it.
Yes.
And they would not be good feelings.
To be fair, if you're in a country illegally breaking their laws, missing mass isn't what you're going to hell for. So
Right.
it doesn't really matter about that dispensation. But yes, it's the principle that, like, yeah, for in Africa, people right now are walking a day's walk in Nigeria where they could be killed by Muslims because they're eradicating Christians every Sunday to get to church. But you might get popped by ICE, so you can stay home.
I said that to our child the other day.
Oh, did you?
She was like hem-hawing on wanting to go to mass. And I was like, do you understand that there are people on the planet right now that are walking days, like 24 hours
Right.
to get to
They
a
left on
mass?
Friday afternoon.
They might die on the way there, and they don't care. They're still walking to go to mass. And some of them do die if they don't get kidnapped, you know? Yeah, I did a Catholic guilt on her.
Good.
It worked.
But yeah, it's like, seriously, like, oh, ICE is going around, so you don't have to go to mass. But these guys in Africa, they got to leave Friday to get there by Sunday morning, and there's fucking Muslims hunting them. But yeah, no, you guys don't have to go to mass. It's cool.
Yeah.
But again, he's got the right to do that. He can do that. He shouldn't be doing that, and he'll have to answer to God about it. I believe he'll take on that mortal sin from them not going.
Probably, yeah.
If I had to guess how that would work.
Well, yeah, if he authorizes it, then that's on
Yeah,
him.
if he dispenses you from it, he shouldn't be doing it. He's gonna have to deal with God on that, not you. He dispensed you.
Right, yeah.
You were being a good Catholic and doing what you're told. So
yeah.
I mean, realistically, if you were a good Catholic, you wouldn't be here in this country legally doing crimes. And also, you would say, thanks for dispensation. We're going to mass anyway.
I'm going to mass anyways.
Right. Yeah. So, maybe some of them do that. I don't know. To be honest, there's not that many good Catholics left in Central and South America anymore. It's like everywhere else in the world. It's been defeated.
Novus Ordo'd out of them.
Yeah. Although it is interesting. It's not even necessarily Novus Ordo'd out of them. You do know, like, the CIA was sending Protestant missionaries to Catholic countries all through the 80s and 90s and 2000s to purposely get rid of the Catholic?
Well,
to convert them all over to dispensationalist Christian evangelicalism?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for the longest time, the only missionaries that went anywhere and did anything was the Catholic Church.
Right.
And then somewhere in the 1980s, they decided all of a sudden that,
Yeah, all these churches all of a sudden had money to send people all over to Catholic countries. You don't need, why are missionaries going to Christian countries? You know what I mean?
They already have the word.
Right. They've got it, and they got it strong.
Yeah.
But here we are in the
find
year
somewhere that doesn't have
2025,
it,
and you
yeah.
can't find a Catholic in any of these countries anymore.
Yeah.
Like, hey, yeah, they did a number on that.
Yep. But yeah, that's an interesting thing that the American government would do.
Yeah.
That's odd.
It is very odd. Why would the
weird.
American government want to get rid of Catholics?
It's weird.
Probably for the same reason they were spying on Catholics during the Biden years.
Well, I mean, for the same reasons that individual states are trying to force priests under penalty of
Prison.
jail or
yeah.
money that they don't have to break the seal of confession.
Right.
Because if you have a people who are more worried about pissing off God than upsetting their government, you don't have any power over them.
Yeah, and essentially, if you break the seal of confession, you break the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
If I can't comfortably go and confess to a priest anymore, then I'm going to stop going, which means I'm going to die in mortal sin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Um,
I
not to
mean, I
mention,
won't because I'm not a criminal,
right?
but it overall, yes, that is good. That
That's gonna
would
be the thought. Well, people are just going. What else is he going to tell the? You know what I mean?
right. Yeah.
If he doesn't have to keep the seal of confession anymore,
Yeah.
he's gonna go blabbing to anybody about anything, and that's what's going to go through people's heads.
Yeah. Well, then that's what I was gonna say is
Yeah.
like obviously, like, we do not want that to happen because there are a majority of people who would game it out 4 or 5 steps. And yeah, it might start out with, "We just wanna know where the bad guys are." But then once the government gets more power and once we get more
Oh, that's it. Once
communists
you get
and
your
once
foot in
we
the
get
door, you have to rely. You have to tell us about these things. Now you also have to tell us about these things
who's
and these things.
gambling, who's right,
Right.
who's got taxes that they're not paying,
Who's
how
beating their wife?
right, yeah,
Who's smoking the ganja?
right,
Who's
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, who's drinking a little too much or maybe drinking and driving. You got any drinkers and drivers in your what do you got?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's going to be everything at that point.
yep,
Anything illegal.
yep,
Anything that they can get you with. Who's
yeah,
cheated on their taxes?
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah, ugh, yeah, um,
So yeah, you break the seal of confession, you essentially break the Catholic Church.
yeah. Why would the American government do that?
I don't know. Why would they want to break the Catholic Church?
Right. Mm. Trying to pit Christians against each other?
Well, they
No
weren't necessarily
way.
trying to pit them against each other. For some reason, the CIA wanted all Catholics really bad to be evangelical dispensationalist Christians that are Zionists. I don't know
Yep.
why.
That are Zionists and believe in a rapture.
But yeah, but Catholics are not Zionists. Catholics are the Jews are in our holy land. That belongs to Rome. That's how Catholics feel about it. So, yeah, that would be why the CIA probably was trying to and did not tried to. They did.
They were
They
successful.
damn near wiped Catholicism out of Central and South America.
Hmm.
And it was, I mean, it was 90% Catholics, and now it's like 30 or less in most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they essentially broke the Catholic Church in those countries. And all those people that were Catholic are either, um, I don't know about atheist, agnostic at least,
Hmm.
or Zionist evangelical Christians.
Yeah. Or they're a lot. I'm not gonna say a lot, but like there is a return to the old gods of their people.
Oh, there's a lot of that
You've
going
got
on
like
too.
the Santeria stuff. You've got the
Pachamama stuff.
Pachamama stuff.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
there's those indigenous,
yeah.
they're ancestral.
They're going back to the old
beliefs.
Aztec and Mayan gods. Is what
Yeah.
they're
Right.
doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, they done got rid of Catholicism down there.
Yep.
And why is our
And
thing
then they
saying we
made
got bad? Is the stream coming through okay, guys? Because my thing keeps going red,
Oh, that's cool.
and I'm seeing lots of frame rate drops.
Nice. I did this
So
the other day.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, somebody let me know if it's screwing up in there.
Cheating on taxes sounds like the opposite of sin. Well,
Yeah,
maybe.
right. Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and give unto God to what is God's. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if cheating on taxes goes as a mortal sin or not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. Cheating, but yeah,
Unpaid debts, maybe.
maybe.
Like if you go through like the
Yeah, Rumble keeps
examination
rebooting on cheating. No, it's my connect. It's like I've got plenty of upload speed, but I'm dropping frames, and it's showing me as red bars occasionally, and it goes to green. So
I noticed Stein's.
yeah, Anthony's was doing some weird stuff today too.
Yeah, and then I also saw like 2 video game streamers saying that they're gonna take some time off because it's just like Rumble's
Whew, we just dropped everything.
been so unreliable lately.
Yeah, I don't know. YouTube and X are still going good, but Rumble is.
Get
Yeah.
your crap together, Rumble.
It's not Rumble. It's our stream on that side. Anyway, well, nobody's complaining, so I guess it's going through good enough for you guys. They're still here watching. So
Might be a little chip choppy, but
yeah.
that's okay. Let me see. I'm just checking to see if it's any better on YouTube.
Oh, are you? She's gonna check the YouTubes, people. The YouTubes. I'm a boomer.
The YouTube. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, I can see our pace. So
Yeah.
Anyway, all
It's
right.
not chip choppy.
So what were we talking about now? Before I went off topic.
Oh,
Must be the scotch.
how the government was
Oh yeah, the government
busting up
Catholicism in Central and South America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I already just talked that point through, but
Yeah, you did. Do we have anything else about the too big for your britches apologetics?
Um, no, I think that was really all I wanted to touch on that. I mean, I talked on it for 25, 30 minutes. That's not good enough.
I'm just recapping.
25 and a half hours not good enough for a single topic.
You said where were we? And I'm just telling you where we were.
Does anybody need a wife? This one's really. No, I'm just kidding. You can't have my wife.
Yeah, no. Wouldn't give me up for all the. I don't know.
There's nothing. No.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give you up for anything.
I was gonna say like all the gold and wherever, but like
Yeah. I don't know if there's any gold left in any of those places.
That's why I didn't finish the thought. So I was like, I don't even know if there's enough for what they got people buying. Oh yeah, it probably is Dan Bongino's fault. Probably is. Might be onto something. Bongina.
Bongino.
Bongina.
Bongio's. It's Dan Bongio's fault. Yes. It's that damn Bongio.
Yeah.
Yes, Bongino. It could be. It could be. I don't know. I'll tell you what though, that speaking of B birds, what's his name? The Customs and Border Patrol commander that's all over the place. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, the bald guy?
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
I don't know.
But
isn't he Catholic?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he is. No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the field lead. It begins with a B. Look it up for me. Anyway, he's like the commander, and he's always on the ground with the guys going state to state to state. You know what I mean? So he's in Minnesota today after the shooting, and some libtard came up and like
Gregory Bovino?
Yes, Gregory Bovino came up and like grabbed him. I was gonna hit him, and like he was he was surrounded by his dudes, and he was like, no, he handled it himself. Yeah, he threw that bitch to the ground and was just it was hilarious.
Well, that's what you get.
So that's one thing I respect about it. Whether they're right or wrong, I respect that guy, man. He is on the ground with his men, constantly just hyped up and getting morale up, and like he handles it himself. You know what I mean? Like he had a bunch of big dudes around him. He's like, nope, I got it.
Yeah.
It's like I'll do it myself.
I got you, boys.
There's been a couple instances like that where he just put people down on the ground by him. He's like, nope.
Well,
I might be the commander, but I'm all, you know what I mean? I was on the street with you guys too.
Right, yeah. I didn't walk into my daddy didn't give me this job. I earned it.
Right, yeah. I worked my way up.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, one of the few people in government and probably the only law enforcement people I'd ever like, I respect that guy.
Yeah.
I respect that guy.
Seems like the glimpse I got of him, he seems like a very no nonsense type of dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll get some rest, Patrick.
Yeah. Get some rest. Be careful out there in Minnesota, Stan.
Yeah.
Somalia. It's that little Somalia.
Yeah.
Little Mogadishu out there. Actually, big Mogadishu. But yeah.
Oh, I was oh, well.
What?
Kind of unrelated, but related. I was listening to something earlier, and they were talking about all the different flag changes that have happened over the last, like, I don't know, 5 years or so.
Right.
Whether it be like city flags or state flags, and almost all the changes that have been made
have 8-sided stars.
It's
the Muslim, the Muhammadan, the
star.
Muhammadans, yeah.
And it was a lady who Marine Corps data intel some long thing or whatever, and she basically laid it out that like that's we didn't put the flag up on Iwo Jima for funsies. It wasn't a doesn't mean nothing situation.
No, that's them saying we conquered. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Muslims planting their flag and basically saying it's on now.
Yeah.
We have started the invasion. We will take you over.
Yeah. And we have the numbers to make this kind of a change happen. So
we're getting there. They don't have the numbers yet. If they had the numbers yet, it'd be popped off already. They're getting there.
Yeah.
10 more years. 10 more years. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, because all their children will be.
They're getting, a lot of kids coming of age, still more of them coming in every day. Like it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Be ready to fight. Be ready to fight or pay the jizya or jizra, whatever they call that, the tax they charge infidels.
Oh, yeah.
The jizra or something like that.
Something like that.
Jizra. I don't know. I'm not a Mohammedan. I don't know these words. On like Donkey Kong. That is correct, ma'am.
Shouldn't have wasted so much money on fake daycares. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, billions.
Yeah. Not only like the daycare fraud and stuff, but like didn't Cammy pick Waltz because he somehow had a bag of money that he came
So
with?
she picked him the very next day. He raised $35 million for the campaign.
Mm.
Very next day.
Yes.
And then like another total of $1 billion he raised. Because the DNC was broke. She didn't have any money. You know, she had a
Yeah.
couple $1 million. And so, yeah, they picked Waltz because he had Mr. Moneybags. He was like, hey, I took $9 billion from the federal government.
Mm-hmm.
How much you need? Pick me as your running mate. I'm a white guy. People will vote for me. And they were like, you know what? You're a white guy. People will vote for you, and you got a big bag of money. So, what they
We
didn't
like
count
that
on is how
idea.
unlikable he is.
Yeah.
And what a complete total douche he comes across as.
Yeah.
And how he got caught in all of his lies about his military service and all. You know what I mean? Like, he was a.
It was a mess.
They did not vet him at all because
No,
they couldn't.
they got blinded by the money.
Well, they didn't get a chance to. That was their only chance. They
was
had
quick.
no money. Nobody's giving money to him. They had not much. And
It was
he
a
had
desperate situation.
Yeah, he had a bag of money. You put me on a ticket, you can have this bag of money.
Yeah.
That's how he wound up on a ticket. I mean, she would not have gotten elected no matter who she picked. Let's be honest.
Yeah, none of us
But-
want the.
But he didn't help at all. I think she could have done better with somebody else, but she still wouldn't have won. But I don't know. I think that kind of goes back to especially if you look at the electoral map and it's just a couple little blue dots of
Mhm.
dense populated areas and then red.
Everywhere else.
Just kind of proves my point that there is no moderate anymore.
Mm.
You're either far left extremist or you're not.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of moderate anymore.
Mm-mm. Well, and we see that reflected in our town when I was stressing about the school board run
Yeah.
and all that stuff, and like my morning crew people know I was stressing. We went full on PI work. Like I couldn't let it go. Like it was eating me up.
We don't even have a kid in
And-
school, but yeah.
and then it turns out it was like 4% of the vote.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was it was like 9%, I think,
Yeah.
maybe was like the final. And I
I
just,
remember
like,
telling you months before the vote that
Yep.
babe, all these people supported her do not live here.
Yep.
They don't live here. They're not going to vote. All these people you see online, they're from all over the country. None of these people live here.
Well, and I knew that. But I also I didn't know how many dummies in our town would see it and be sympathetic to it. You know,
No,
I
there's-
didn't I overestimated the amount of lefty tards we had.
So there's a lot of, in this town, there's a lot of those people that would be were Democrats 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And they still consider themselves compassionate, progressive Democrats.
Right.
But they're not
They
going to
vote
vote for this
Republican.
nonsense. They're not going to vote for this nonsense. So they might in social gatherings and stuff talk about certain things, and they might espouse to have certain views and put stickers but they're not going to vote.
They're not actually going to destroy it.
No,
Yeah.
no, they know that this is crazy and I can't vote for that. But I'm still a Democrat. When they come back to their senses, I'm here waiting for them.
Yeah.
So they either will pinch their nose and vote Republican or they just stay home. And I think a lot of us they just stay home.
That's true.
I think that's really what it comes down to. That's why she got 4% of the vote, because the 30% that she maybe would have gotten, because that could be the best in this town, 30% Democrat, best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe 40.
Yeah.
So instead of getting the 40% from all the Democrats, she got 4% because they all stayed home,
Cuz
and the Republican got the same amount that they would have got no matter what.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that's really what it comes down to in a lot of these elections anymore. Is these people just won't vote for these Democrats. So there's no such thing as a moderate anymore.
Yeah.
Not that the Republicans are going to come in and save the day. You know what I mean? But the only benefit you get from voting Republican, at least for now, we see how they slowly move to the left with the left over time. You know, they did the gay marriage and all that other nonsense that they caved on.
Yeah.
So at least for now, you can vote Republican knowing that you're not going to be forced into turning your kid into a troon.
For now.
For now. And that's about the only benefit you get from it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's all, it doesn't matter. It's all kayfabe anyway. That's why I say for now also. You know, anything you think is, if you think you know what's going on, then you're, I don't want to call you retarded, but you're retarded. Like to think you've got a beat on what's going on. It's
No. There's just too many moving pieces to it.
there is, and it's like, you know, these conspiracy theories are obviously true, and these ones aren't, and then there's other ones that are kind of gray. It's just so much of it is like, as much as you think you know, there's stuff in left field that you ain't even thought of, man. Like You know what I mean? Or some things that you think are this big deal are really just coincidence. They're gonna let you run with it. You know what I mean?
Yep. Because if you're running with that, you're definitely not going
Yeah.
further on this
So
thing.
things you think you are like, oh yeah, they did this, they didn't, but they're gonna take credit for it in your mind. You know what I mean? And other things that you don't think they could pull off, they definitely did.
Yep.
So it's just
But one thing you sure could do is go to mass.
yeah, you absolutely could.
One thing you sure could do would be like pray your rosary. You know,
Yeah.
offer
Yeah.
offer up a Hail Mary anytime you see something especially heinous.
Yes. But I'll say for the millionth time, you'll never vote your way out of this. It's
No,
not going to happen. You can vote to have your kid not become a troon. That's about it. And even then, it's
still
50-50 once they turn 18.
Well, and
But at least until they're 18, you got a chance.
it's 50-50 if you send them to public school.
If you vote if you vote Republican right now, it's not. If you vote Republican and they take control of everything, you'll be okay. I still wouldn't.
Those teachers still went to lived out dumb schools. Those teachers are
Yeah.
still Marxist.
No,
Those
that's true. They'll still
teachers are
hide things no matter what the law is.
Yeah,
You're
they're
right.
still
You're right.
putting the
Yeah.
suicide hotline in the bathrooms.
I retract my statement. There's no way to stop your kids from becoming a troon other than don't send them to public school.
It's 50-50, you know.
Right.
I'll stick at the 50-50, but you know, yeah, the I don't know, the whole thing's a mess.
And honestly, Catholic schools aren't that much better these days. I remember walking through those hallways and seeing some of those and they're like, the kids are doing reports and drawing pictures of Marxist heroes and you know, like ridiculous. Not like, wow, you're teaching these kids about these people. Like the truth has come out now about these people by now. You know who these people are. You know what I mean? Sonia Sotomayor and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. These kids are doing like reports, and my hero, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Like you realize the shit this woman did. You realize she's the reason for a lot of these abortion, like all this nonsense. Like, and you're teaching these kids about this nonsense. It's
in the curriculum.
No, that's what I mean. Even you can't even get away from it in Catholic school anymore.
Yeah.
Like these people should be talked about as the enemy, as bad people. Like kids need to learn about them. Yeah, this is a Supreme Court justice, and here's why she was so bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not who's your hero. This lady's really nice. She was a Supreme Court justice. She's a woman, just like you're a girl.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because that's the angle they're taking with it.
Yep.
She can be Supreme Court justice. So can you. No, you're going to go home and be a housewife.
Right.
You can't. You shouldn't be extreme in the world we live in right now. Hopefully, it'll change in 100 years. It's not changing anytime soon, but and it'll probably never change until the Lord comes back. 'Cause it's part of the end times thing. But like, yeah, I'm sorry, but if you're a girl, no, you cannot be a Supreme Court justice.
No.
I mean, in this world, you can be technically, but no, you can't be.
You can't.
It's not.
It's not
smart. It's not a good idea.
No, it's not.
Not a good idea.
It's not played out well. And the whole system is rigged against you because, and you know, I'll say this as a woman, we're easily manipulated.
Easily. Just look at that bitch that got shot today.
Well, I mean, between our emotions, between our, you know,
hormones,
or hormones, right?
And then what birth control does to you guys.
The birth control does to you. And then also, you know, because the birth control's doing that shit to you, they're going to diagnose you with BPD and they're going to diagnose you with depression and they're going to fucking throw a SSRI at you. And then you're just totally cooked.
Then there's drug cocktail, whatever you say, master.
Right.
You want me to go drive into those ICE officers? I got you.
Sure. Yeah. You want me to show up and scream and yell? I love to scream and yell. You want me to be on my TikTok all day long, just putting out nonsense? Yeah, sure. You want me to be farming for Jesus and freaking argue with people all day long on the internet and ignore my paid for children? Yeah, I could do that. That sounds good. But yeah, women are too easily manipulated to be kind of like sent out into the world as it sits.
Yeah. Oh, apparently we're heretics now.
Oh, hello. That's all right.
That's lofty words coming from a Jew lover.
It's a little. No more brother wars.
Oh man. I'm sorry. That was harsh. I should have never said that.
That's okay.
That was uncalled for.
That's okay.
It was funny. It was uncalled for.
Show up and take one to the chin. Welcome.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And he's gone. The view count just dropped one.
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
But yeah,
yes, you are correct, sir. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's the thing is like between that and it's just so easy to get one over on us.
Yeah, women need a strong man to keep them in check.
I mean, honestly, if you've ever known a woman who reads, let a character in her book die and see what happens. Just watch what happens when words on a page say, and then he died, or and then she died. Watch what happens to her. She's going to break down. She's like 400 pages invested into this. And this fictional character that are just words on paper died.
Yeah. Whereas a guy would be like, huh, I didn't see that coming.
Right. You know? Yes, that is why women are forbidden to be clergy. Amen to that.
Amen, sir.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We got here because we were talking about Supreme Court justice.
I am the Jew. Love it. That's an excellent comeback to that. Oh. But yes, yeah, women belong at home, making babies, cooking, cleaning, caring for their family, because that's what makes them truly happy.
Yep.
Is that what makes you truly happy, baby?
Yeah.
Have you ever been happier in your life?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Childhood wasn't even this good.
No.
And it's not that it's not because I had a bad one, because I did have a bad one, but like even if I was just like a regular child, like it wouldn't have even been this good.
Right.
You know? And that's why I don't know. I pitch it to any woman that I can, anybody that'll suffer me giving them the spiel. Like you think you're free? You think you're free. You're not. You're not, babe. You wanna know what real freedom is? It's like getting up in the morning when your husband gets up for work, making his lunch, putting his coffee. He goes to work. You have the whole day. You
Right.
have the whole day, bitch. You could take a nap.
Right. And you just did laundry yesterday. You know what I mean? The dishes are done. You did laundry yesterday.
Yeah.
It's 5:45 in the morning.
The possibilities are endless.
Right.
You know, you got all day to do whatever.
And then he
you
comes
want.
home to a hot home cooked meal, and he's just so ecstatic. You must have worked so hard today, baby. I'm so happy. You did all this stuff, and you still had time to feed me.
Yeah.
It's something I really wanted to eat, even though I didn't tell you. And you know what I mean. And it's hot and ready.
Yep. It's really easy.
Yeah.
It's number one.
You get to be a hero every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. You open his drawer, clean underwear, clean socks.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the closet. Oh, look, there's work clothes there. And then, oh, I got food to take with me. Oh, I get food when I come home. I get hot bean water. It's so easy.
Right. You get to have marital relations.
Get that too.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how you wound up with that. So I mean, it's not a secret.
You do know how that happens. Okay.
Yeah, I finally let it slip that I know how that happened.
Got him. Got him.
Oh.
But yeah, it's and it's what you're designed to do.
And that's what makes you so happy, because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and it's like, oh, now I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm not climbing the corporate ladder. I'm not being submissive to a boss I despise, and then going home and bitching at a man that I'm supposed to love.
Not only is it like the boss that you're annoying, it's all your fucking coworkers, you know?
Yeah.
And even if they're not annoying, they get you hyped up. They're in your ear chirping. They're bitching about their husband and their kids, which makes you be like, oh, well, I gotta have something to say to her. Yeah, my kids aren't that great either. Or, oh, yeah, my husband. Well, and then you like turn into them.
No, the worst thing about being a woman in the workplace is there's other women there. And everybody who's been around women been around like a group of women. Women despise each other. They cannot be surrounded by each other for 8 hours. Though, you know what I mean? They get sneaky, conniving, catty. They don't like it. Like it causes problems. Women don't like each other. They're always in competition for no reason. And it's always over the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
About who wore what outfit and looks better. It has nothing to do with the corporate world and why they're there, actually.
Nope.
They're not pissed off because she got promoted over me. I mean, sometimes, but that's not what the big fights are about. The big fights are about her wearing
She didn't invite me to go to lunch the other day.
Or, I did my nails like that a couple weeks ago. And look at her. She's coming now. She's got hers done just like mine.
Yeah.
Thinks she looks better than me with them.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a shirt that looks just like. That's the dumb shit women get pissed off about.
That's true. That is true. There was somebody in the Catholic Twitter sphere posted like, women, honestly, do you even like each other? And
No.
I was like, no, not really.
Oh yeah, I saw that post. There's a long thing after it about, but yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was like, no, not really.
No,
we don't. Just because, yes, there are women that I do enjoy spending time with and conversing with.
Yes, but as a whole,
but as a whole, they annoy the shit out of me. Not only do they annoy the shit out of me, like they bring out the worst of me, and it doesn't even take much. Like it takes more now than it used to, but like when I was younger, it didn't take much for them to bring out the worst in me. I just needed to have two dumb bitches around me, and I was dumb as heck. Dumb as heck.
Yeah. Whereas for the most part, guys can get in a group of people and just be fine. Just find some kind of common ground to talk about for hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've seen it
Or
happen.
just sit there in silence, totally content.
Yeah.
You know, just working and just, oh, how you doing?
Yeah.
You know? Women, you know, they look over and say, how you doing? Next thing you know, they're just mad because she looks better in that dress than I would. Or,
Right,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
they just instantly go to cattiness and nonsense. It's horrible.
Yeah. Anti-suffragettes were the opposition because they knew women would be so easily propagandized.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, just look at it now. I mean, you go to any of these leftist protests, like you're seeing in Minneapolis and these things. It's mostly women. That you see, people you see getting in ICE officers' face right now are women. It's always a woman or a very, very effeminate man.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's 90% women. All this stuff is women, women, women. They're the cause of 90% of this problem because we let them go to school and get indoctrinated and brainwashed by, you know.
And then also you have an entire culture that supports this boss babe equality.
Oh yeah, it's shoved down their throat. Tell them that's how you be happy. And if you're not happy by it, it's because you weren't successful enough.
Right.
Not because you should have been at home the whole time making babies and cooking meals. It's because you weren't successful enough. Some other woman stabbed you in the back somehow. And you know what I mean? Like somebody held you back. You're miserable because you're not successful enough because somebody else is holding you back.
Yeah.
It's the boss, it's the corporation, it's some other woman. But yeah. So
it's patriarchy.
Yes. Instead of having you take a good deep look and go, you know what? I'd probably have if I just stayed home.
Yeah.
If I just found a good man and had a family. But instead, it's like, no, it's their fault I'm not happy because I didn't get to do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I can't be a priest, so you know.
Right, yeah. My whole life is trash.
Yeah.
Like there's 80 other options for you, babe.
Right.
You could do literally anything. They
won't just let me be a Navy SEAL.
Right.
They demand I have these same standards as men. Even though I'm equal to men, I shouldn't have to have that same standard. They should just let me do it because I want to. So I can be the first woman Navy SEAL and prove a point. What point is that? That somebody handed you something?
Right. If you don't earn it the same way they earned it,
then at the end it's meaningless. It doesn't mean, and everybody knows you didn't earn it. So it's like, you're not really, you're just some woman that got a gift. Go get in line over there with the rest of them. Yeah, some man gave you a gift. There you go. You're the same as every other woman now.
Congratulations.
Yeah. You bitched enough at a man until he finally was like, fine, here, fuck it.
Just take it.
Yeah. Like, okay, good. So you're the same as every other woman on this planet. Awesome.
Right.
You bitched at a man enough until he caved. All right. Ooh.
Yeah.
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 I touched on this earlier in the show before you got here, and I said the truest thing I read about this whole situation in Minnesota today was a post I read on X where somebody said that ICE agent saved that kid from being a troon. That was the most truest thing I read today because I can watch the videos and I can speculate on what happened, but I don't know what was going through her head and I don't know what was going through his head. So I can look at it and be like, yeah, no, she tried to run him over and he shot her and he was justified. I can say that. But that's not 100% truth. It's like 90. It's most likely the truth. But I don't know that for a fact. What I do know for a fact is that kid got saved from being a troon today. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, kid's gonna grow up with his grandparents like a lot of kids do, for different circumstances, but still, he's gonna be better because any woman that doesn't have custody of the other two and only has custody of this one is because her husband committed suicide. Guessing it had something to do with her, but I don't know that for a fact. Nobody's saying anything about that. He was a veteran too. He served 14 years, so maybe that had something to do. I don't know. He was in the Air Force though, and I never met an Air Force guy with PTSD. I never met an Air Force guy that
saw anything.
Yeah, he saw it all from the back of a plane at 30,000 feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they go out for a rotation. They get deployed and they stay in hotels.
Yeah. He watched everything from the sky, eating popcorn. I'm not gonna. There are legit. He could have been a PJ for all I know. I haven't looked into his record. He could have been a legit badass PJ. Who knows?
No idea.
But yeah,
that's the only reason she even had custody of the one because she has 3. 2 of them are with their father.
And the grandparents, the dead father's parents, who said they're going to get the kid, are probably like I don't want to say happy that she's dead, but like, hey, at least this kid's gonna grow up better now. Like they're
Right.
probably
At least they don't have to
they
stress
probably
about it.
I'm and I don't want to sound horrible about it. Like I said before, I pray for someone's soul. I'm not happy anybody lost their life. I really wish it could have gone down some other way. I wish nobody would have brainwashed her in the first place.
Agreed.
But at the end of the day, I will bet those grandparents breathed a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's something that they don't have to worry about anymore. They don't have to constantly. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just the trajectory, especially when you take into account the wife going on her guilty tirade of like, it's my fault she was even here.
Yeah.
I did this.
I told her to come here. I told her to be the lead vehicle. I told her to do like just basically was like, yeah, she should go to jail, honestly, for admitting like I told her to come here and interfere with ICE.
Well, if you and I decide to go rob the liquor store and one of us gets shot,
the other one's still going to jail.
I go to jail not only for the robbery, but then I get charged with accomplice to your death.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll get at least a manslaughter charge minimum.
Right, exactly. Even though I'm
probably
not,
a third-degree murder, but yeah.
Even though I'm not the one that did it, but I was like, you wouldn't have been there doing that had it not have been, or, you know what I mean? Like, and that's a fairly common thing that happens in the legal system.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all around unfortunate.
You'll also get charged with because if I got shot, I was obviously trying to endanger the cop. So at that point, you'll get charged with accessory to whatever I was assaulting a police officer or trying to kill a police. You know what I mean? You'll do 50 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Lord have mercy for those babies.
Oh yeah.
That's so sad.
Non-binary.
That's so sad.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit that I would sit on and just get so pissed off about some. You know what I mean? I wouldn't think of it every day, but the days it came up, I'd just be like, I'd probably smash this glass. You know what I mean? Like it would. Yeah, that's that. I can't now. Like if I knew my brother's ex-wife was doing that to the, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no, I'd come unglued.
Yeah, I could do it.
Thankfully,
Renee was doing it to one of her kids.
Yeah,
like,
no, I'd come unglued. Not babies in my vicinity. Shit.
Fortunately, none of my family's like that. But yeah.
Yeah, even if like when I like had these friends, like if any of like that stuff starts, I'm throwing hands with their parents.
Right.
We're not playing those games. We're not. She's got one Catholic friend, and then her other friend is a 2-parent household with a bunch of kids. Y'all know better.
Right.
We're not doing this.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
What is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the one girl's dad's not the greatest, but at least he's in the house.
Right.
They're both 2-parent households, and then you got an excuse. Yeah.
No.
Anyway, so with all that being said,
I have not seen Bobby in a long time, but I'm also not in a bunch of live chats as of late.
Yeah.
Pretty boring now. I'm like slowly relinquishing my netizen my netizen license, like slowly fading away into the background.
Man.
But next time you see Bobby, I tell him I hope he's well.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we covered the topics we wanted to cover today. Yes, Catholics can eat bagels if you're curious. Screwed up, you're gonna have to just go back and watch and see what else we were talking about with that. But it had to do with these nonsense.
The state of apologetics and
these nonsense guys that were Protestant 6 months ago that converted to Catholics, and then they're just posting apologetic videos all over the place, and it's infuriating.
Well, I'm sure like Screwed Up Rebellion. There's a couple of people that I'm sure top of mind in your sphere of people.
Oh yeah,
having
and
opinions about the church and all that stuff.
I'm sure Orthodox have the same problem. Guys that were Protestant 6 months ago that convert to Orthodox, now they come in doing apologetics and telling everybody how to be Orthodox.
Right, and you're just like, please take a seat. Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, congratulations.
To him. That's cool. Good. Awesome.
Nice.
That's good to hear.
Nice.
Very exciting.
All right. Well, I think we're going to call it a night. I got to work in the morning.
Okay.
We're over an hour. We covered topics we wanted to cover. I think it was a good show all in all.
Yeah.
For the new format, new night, new bat time, new bat place.
Hit some current events. Hit some Catholic sphere talking points.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's going to be kind of more the path we take the show going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, with that being said, God bless all of you. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. We appreciate it. Just need a second to pull up my video.
And we'll be back next Thursday,
Yep, Thursday at 7:30.
7:30 p.m. on whatever bat channel you're watching us on. Uh, probably Rumble.
Most likely Rumble. Yeah, Rumble.
Yeah, yeah. All the homies hang out on Rumble. It's the
Yeah.
best place to be.
I can look at the view count. It's all on Rumble
Yeah.
for now.
Alright. But God bless you guys. Keep one in the chamber. Make good choices. And don't forget that God loves you.
Yes. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. We'll see you next week.